Historically, many of our Chinese students have been in engineering and the natural sciences, either biology or chemistry. And that continues to be also strong areas for Chinese students to study. But it's been in the last 2 years where we've seen the increase of the undergraduates, which are mostly business. And just in this last 12 months, we've seen a big increase in the number of graduate students in MBA or accounting.
We have a total undergraduate and graduate number of students around 50 right now, Chinese students. This number was probably 15 in 2008. And it was probably less than that, maybe around 10 in 2007. So the jump has been quite substantial.
Students were very eager. There certainly is a very high interest in studying in the United States and an eagerness to know about studies in the United States and to really prepare for that study.
It's an American dream, so to speak. Many people, they want to explore themselves and they go abroad to study.
If you are finance people, you always want to go to United States because United States have a very developed finance market. If you learn some finance method, finance model, finance concept in US, you can really use it in your daily life. But in China, if you learn something, and after that you go to work, you need to relearn, learn from the beginning, because I think there's something wrong between education and the real industry.
In China, I don't think there's really good MBA program, and most programs they are for people who have work experience. And I know that like my school, Beijing Institute of Technology, our MBA program is pretty good. It's like ranked top 10 in China, but it's only for people who have more than 3 years experience.
10 years ago, there was a perception and a reality that it was very difficult for undergraduate students to obtain an F1 student visa, and that has changed. The government policies between the United States and China have changed in that 10 years, and it's now easier for a 18-year-old, 19-year-old to come directly and start their studies here.
Back at that time, you have to get a scholarship and to go to college to afford the tuition. But now, many of the Chinese family, they don't really need the money to come here. They can afford their own tuition and expenses in America.
The future economic superpowers are going to be the United States and China. I continue to believe that we must learn about each other. That was behind the reason that we started looking for exchange programs. And that really is at the heart of the reason that I feel like we should bring Chinese students here, not only to have them see America and Americans and the American system, but also to have our own student interact with the Chinese, because it's very likely that whatever they do for a living in the future, whatever the American students do, they will be working with the Chinese alongside here in this country together, or they would be working together across the oceans. And this is not a company line, it's really the truth. I felt like this is very, very important.